Good morning. I am coming on here this morning after the deluge, the pause in the deluge. I think we're going to have more rain again. Man, it's been crazy. It really dumped here this morning. I'm coming on to say thanks for watching the most recent video. It's doing okay for me. Keeping in mind, I'm a dude. Not some cute little girl. It's all the videos because they look good. That's not here. You're not catching that here, man. I bring it up because I've been reading my comments and getting messages, and some of this came up in conversations with people that I met. The YouTube thing. So I had a couple private notes about some of the people I interviewed. They're like, wow, yeah, we really like that. People like the little mini interviews I did in that video, and we get to see people in a more of a they almost seem more toned down and real because it's just a quick conversation, which I thought is interesting. I loved my chat with Ross. That was cool. It's two guys talking. It was really good. But when Ross does his YouTube thing, it was point out to me, but you can see it. He goes on. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking that. I think it's interesting. I think I need to go back out to Tecopa at some point without needing to do something. Just going out there for myself. Maybe for the purpose of doing a video. Like, it would be fun to go hang out with Ross and go to the mine and all that. And I think you'll see that side of him in a way where it's a guy who's inquisitive, and me. I'm talking about myself here, because I'm inquisitive and I see things, I can point things out, and it'll take the conversation in an interesting place. And you know me, I'll be goofy and fun, so I think that would be good for both of us. And that Gypsy chick, who I don't know, was my first time here. Same thing. For that 1 minute or whatever it was that I chatted with her, she was very like cool, normal person. But when you listen to her, watch her videos, it's weird. It's a little weird. I think she's scripted. I'm not picking it apart, by the way. I'm not knocking her. She's got over 30,000 subscribers, so good for her. But that gets to other people, that have nothing to do with this past weekend, because a bunch of people, well, I think 2 or 3 different people, when the subject came up, started pointing out other YouTubers that they're annoyed by, and specifically women. So I thought it was interesting, because that Dr. Hannah person came up. Well, I really can't stand her. I don't know her. I'll bet you if I met her personally, I don't know, she might be okay, right? But it's one of those situations, and this is what I wanted to touch on. Her in particular, every thumbnail for every one of her videos, she's on there in a bikini or some other scantily clad outfit because she has a nice body, right? That's what she's going on. But there's nothing, in my opinion, redeeming about her channel. So there's a funny thing with YouTube and YouTubers. I'm not here because I'm trying to rely on YouTube to make a living. I'm here for you. I'm here to talk about what I'm talking about now and all the other things that come out of my freaking pie hole, generated by these rusty old gears turning in here. That's it. It's about you finding a place where there's a like-minded person where you feel, and I got this from talking to you this weekend, that my brain works. I'm applying common sense and real-world experience to talk about the things that I'm inspired by around me that I have to deal with at any given moment in time, and I share that with you. So you don't have to feel alienated, right? Like if we're, I always talk about turning off the news and everything, because if you watch that and your brain works, you're really questioning your sanity. I think that's making everybody crazy, because the stuff that passes for normal right now, we all know that's not where we're at. But what I noticed is that there are people that they rely on YouTube to make a living. So that's their goal. Everything is business oriented with YouTube. How do I get more viewers? What do I need to do? And oftentimes that leads to like a phoniness and just putting things out there for the sake of putting them out there, and creating drama in their lives to get people to feel sympathy for them, like all these kooky things that I see. We don't have that problem with Sarah, right? Wonder Hussy. We don't have that problem with her. So she's the perfect YouTuber. Everything she does is just right. She's conscious of her image and everything. She takes it very seriously, but her content is redeeming. Right? Every video she does is highly interesting. There's stuff to learn. She's showing you cool stuff. She's taking you on trips. And she's taking you to places that most of you are never going to go to. Right? And there are times where she puts herself out there where she looks really good, man. So she's covering all her bases. And she's super smart. And while she does prepare and creates outlines and everything else, and is somewhat scripted in some of her stuff, when she does it, it comes off as her just coming off the cuff. Because she's quick-witted and her mind works. So there's some people, they're not really cut out for it like that, right? When they're scripted, it almost sounds like there's something wrong with their minds, because they're reading in a way that just... and it comes off weird, man. So I'm not picking on these people. I'm just saying you see it, and when I see that, for me personally, it's a little off-putting. Now, it sounds like a judgment. I don't mean it to, because some of those people have way more subscribers than I have. Those people tend to be women. So it gets to the point that I'm making where a lot of these people kind of get views just because they look a certain way that attracts men, basically. And again, they'll pull the heartstrings, they'll create a bunch of stuff and drama and whatnot to get the other people in. It's an odd thing that comes up. It's just, I'm not saying one's good or bad, I'm just pointing it out, and it was a part of the discussion that I was having with my personal subscribers this past weekend. So, but back to the video, this was a video that I actually have now watched a few times, because I don't always do that. And initially, I'm critiquing my own stuff here, picking on myself, right? Yeah. If I'm not going to do it and Sarah's not around, who else is going to pick on me? Because when I was doing it, I didn't think it was going to be very good. And when I first put it out there, I was like, oh, this is not good at all. But then I watched it 2 or 3 other times, and I realized, especially after reading the comments, it's actually a pretty good video because of the interviews. And I really enjoyed interviewing Dan at the Death Valley Brewing Company. I think that they were all pretty good. I wish I could have ran into Carlo and interviewed him too. That would have been fun. But I'm kind of pleased with it now. So that's it. You know, good little short video to say thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks again to all the people that came out. That was pretty good. And there'll be more good stuff coming, as you guys know. And I guess that's it for now. There's nothing crazy in this video. When I end this one, there's a pretty good chance I won't talk for another 20 minutes. What's the bet? Are you laying down bets right now? That's what you should be doing. I'm not encouraging gambling. You degenerate. No. Anyhow, listen. You know what you should do in the comments of this video? Not that I need them, but I'm going to ask. Is put some suggestions down there. I'm fine with it. You have to keep in mind, as I just touched on, there's a lot of people that are doing YouTube because it's their thing. Keep in mind, I have not ended this video yet. So. That's their goal. They're trying to create content and put it out there to make a living. It's not what I'm doing. But having touched on that, I did finally get the ball rolling on my AdSense for this account. I couldn't, I don't know, the weirdest thing happened. I had 2 AdSense accounts that I had created when I started YouTube. I don't know. And I screwed up because even though I was monetized and my videos have been generating income, I've been unable to collect it. And Sarah tried to help me out with it last time, but she wasn't sure which one to cancel. And I figured that out, but then I couldn't cancel it. So then I had her eyeball it for me at her pad a few days ago. And the funny thing was I did it all myself with her looking over my shoulder. So I don't know how that happened, because I couldn't do it when I was in my apartment. I just couldn't find the right buttons. I can't ever pick on anybody, because I can be pretty friggin' retarded sometimes myself. So, canceled the one, reached out to Google AdSense, and I've been communicating with them. So they're telling me, hey, good news, everything's cool, the AdSense account you have will work. Now we just need you to set up your tax information and how you want to get paid. And they're holding a pretty good chunk of coin for me. It's pretty good. So, problem is, every time I go to the AdSense account page, right, to try to log into the existing AdSense account that works, all I get is a window that pops up that wants me to reconnect to the AdSense account that I already canceled. And they keep telling me, they keep giving me links to go to, like a sign-in link, and I click it, it still takes me to that one window every single time. Then I went to Google AdSense on my own, homepage, whatever, tried to sign in, boom, same window pops up wanting me to reconnect. So there's some kind of glitch going on here. But I will get that sorted. And I'll let you guys know when that happens, because I think, some of you are interested. And listen to me, man, okay? I want the channel to grow. And it would be nice if it was generating a monthly number that really helps, pays bills and whatever. And if this, it will, I'm not going to give up on this. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy talking to you. Because I'm alone. I'm all alone. I'm all alone in the world. And if I wasn't talking to you, who would I be talking to? And believe me, I talk to people all stinking day. The phone calls, the clients, the friends, the family. It's nonstop, man. So, but I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing cool stuff. I'm going to keep working on the van. I know there's a ton of people who enjoy seeing that on the van real quick. I know what I'm going to do with the rear. I got to pull, it's already rusting, the stuff I put on there. I'll show it to you before I end this video. So I have to, here's the thing. And I'll show you this. I got to put at least one, probably two more bolts on the back end of it, closer to the upright bars. And I'm going to use what's called riv nuts in there into the sheet metal. That'll do the trick. I should have thought of that when I was putting them on. But in order to do that, I actually have to remove the entire bumper with the swingaways and everything, because the upright arms are blocking the space where I need to get the drill in, which is good, because the brackets that Dave welded up that we worked on need to be painted as well. So if I pull the entire bumper, I could take whatever little surface rust is on those things off. I can remove those angle brackets I made off, sand everything up nice, do that paint and primer that, what do I like using there? The Rust-Oleum 2X in the satin. That's what I'll paint it all with. And I put the bumper back on, and we're going to be golden. So I'll show you that when I do it. And again, I'll just continue to do fun stuff. And I'm going to get more into, my storytelling and being funny on purpose. I think I'm going to end up doing a couple bits on here to see if you guys enjoy it. Forgive me, because if I do that, or when I do that, it'll be slightly raunchy, and there'll be some bad language and all that other good stuff, because some of these stories, to get the point across, you could do clean stuff too, but unfortunately most of my funniest stories are kind of raunchy stories. They're not exactly family friendly. Which is weird, because I discovered that kids actually like watching my channel. Yesterday, my friend Kirky came over, and she brought a grandson who's 9 years old, who apparently has been watching all my videos and has been liking all my videos. And he's actually made a couple comments. I know who he is when he does it. It's so cute. He's such a cool little kid. Being raised by a single mom, and my friend Kirky, his grandmother, watches him a lot. He came over yesterday, and I gave him a watch. I put a NATO strap on it. We had to trim the strap down. I showed him how to cut the nylon and, melt the end of it so it doesn't fray. And I gave him a little open, folding pocket knife, a man's version, a good one, Japanese steel and elkhorn on the sides, and it's a small one, so for him being 9 years old, it's perfect. And I gave him that patch knife that was actually on the table that I had for sale. It's brand new in the box. It's a full tang, short little knife, but it's a great little camp knife. It's actually, he could cut his meat with it if he wanted to. So the kid's got 9 years old. He's already got 2 decent knives and a watch, a man's watch, man-size Casio diver. And he was ecstatic. He's, I'm your biggest fan. Gave him some self-defense advice too. But this kid was so cute, man. I realize that some parents are having their kids watch things, and I realize that from time to time I use a little swear word once in a while. That's just how it is, man. I'm not going to change my channel around to make it kid-friendly, which would allow more people, the algorithm, to go to more people. I also, I never ask you to subscribe. I never say, pound that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Because I find that annoying when I watch other videos. Also, I just forget to do it. Just forget. But you're a grown-up, other than you kids I just mentioned, if you're watching. But you don't use bad words around people. I try not to use bad language in front of children. But you're an adult. If you like what you see, you're going to like it. And if you want to see more of it, you're going to subscribe. You should know how to do that. So, yeah. Anyhow, let me show you the rust on this, and then I got to get on with my day. I'm going to put in the floating top today, the desktop, I think, and put the little ceiling up that I got to put up, and then move on from there. I got to get on this table, this walnut table I've been working on, and then, yeah, I got stuff to do, man, and I got to start. I'm not generating any income at all right now from anybody, even work, so I got to get this stuff done. She's already paid me for it, so I'm not getting more money out of that, and I need to get this table done so I can finish that up. I need to make a list and start getting back over to that house and getting other things done there as well. So it's a hustle, 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 never ending. Also, I did sell, we're all over the place, typical. I never know how to title these videos. I did sell a watch that I just bought for myself because it was really interesting. It was a 1,000-meter diver, an Addy's dive, stainless steel case. It's perfectly round and it has no lugs on it, right? The lug, where the spring bar goes, is actually up underneath the case on this particular watch. And this guy bought it and he wants me to make him not one of these, this would be the cuff, but one of my leather bands for that watch. So I texted with the guy who makes my leather boots, because I ordered some black bison hide thinking I was ordering the right stuff, but it was a little thicker than I needed, and it was kind of spongy and stretchy. It won't work for the bands. So I'm trying to get a hold of Chris and have him do a thing with me where I want him to basically set it up like he's ordering it for himself and just say, Mike, here's what it is. He can send me that link, and then I could just order probably half a hide of bison hide, which would provide me enough black leather, what I need to do what I've been doing, to do quite a few of these bands, and I can get on that. So, yeah. I think your name was Kevin, the guy that bought the watch. So, Kevin, if you're watching, and if I have your name wrong, I apologize, but you know who you are. It's going to be a little bit of time before I get the material. Once I get the material, I'll do it, and I'll do a video on that as well, so you'll get to see that. All right, let me show you the stuff outside and then get on my day. I thought you guys might find this interesting. I knew water would get in here. This is not a waterproof seal. So I have to take this stuff out, let it dry out. No big deal. I was aware of it. But I have this thought on this. And I know I have to plate the inside. I have to trim down the width on this lid a little bit too. But my idea here is to make a plate that goes from this edge to this edge and extends from here to here, and put like a rubber, basically an O-ring in that shape right around it with double stick tape or something, glue, some sort of epoxy, whatever, to attach it to that plate, right? And then create a strap system that somehow hooks on the back side on this comes over the top and then hooks down here. Maybe do something like this down here that's elastic that holds that plate tight to this, and then that rubber ring around here would keep water out. It's an extra thing, right? You would just put it on when you know you're in inclement weather, and depending on, no, I won't be able to get it in there. I'll have to store it someplace else if I don't want it on there. But I think it's a neat idea. It would protect this as well, but it would definitely keep water, I think, from getting into there. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head to make that work. So just a thought, just letting you know. It came up with Vic, which, by the way, I didn't get a chance to really talk to Vic on camera. I regret that. Vic's an interesting character from this past weekend. Vic's got his own YouTube channel, The Vic Myers Show. And hang on a second, because I can see that this lens is dirty. I'm back. So the Vic Myers Show, he's interesting. The thing about Vic is he's got the skills to do the editing, and he's got a really good look on camera, and he's got the right voice. I watched one of his videos on his phone, and I can see him doing kind of well on YouTube, but he's going to surpass me, I'm sure, because he's got a better look, better look, better speaking, and his content's really nice, and his editing quality is really good. So check him out. He's friends with Sarah. He's the guy in my video where there's that one snapshot of him with his van. So just throwing that out there. I want to support all the YouTubers out there. And sorry, Vic, but I'll put you in another video. Yeah, pretty soon I'll be asking you, hey man, put me in a video. Actually, I've never done that. I've never done that with any YouTubers I know. I've never said, hey, put me in a video. But they want me in their videos, There must be something going on here. Anyhow, keep watching, and I'll be signing off in a moment. Okay, so the stickers have been, new ones have been added, old ones have been removed. Oh, that's me. Hello, how are you? This is how I cut my hair. I look at my reflection in here when I'm out in the middle of nowhere. So I trim my nose hairs. This is what I do here. All right. Anyhow. So you can see how much rust formed. This will come right off. It'll mostly wipe right off, but then it gets on the paint. If you don't wipe this off your paint, that rust will kind of stain on the paint. I need to get that off of there. And look at this, I'm losing my stickers. That one was from Cliff. No pavement, no problem. Well, apparently there's a problem with the sticker. All right, that's it for now. You guys have a great day. Thanks again for being here. I appreciate you guys watching, I really do. And remember to be nice to one another. I'll catch you all in the next one.